First of all, anybody out there saying I blindsided Tyler, they suck dick. Okay, and they're suckers who shouldn't be trusted.
Ooh.
All right, that's number one.
I love it.
Because I did not blindside her. I do what I always do when people. Well, first of all, let's play the clip. Let's play the clip, Taylor Gay. This is Tyler on Breakfast Club.
What does that
Tyler
even mean?
Hold on.
Can we? Yeah.
How do I restart it over?
Can we not? Por favor.
Oh. Por favor.
Identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we? Yeah. Can we not? Por favor.
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too.
Yeah.
I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's even better.
You know why I said that? Because they said
your identity.
They said I'm gonna start cursing in a minute. I said, yeah, go ahead. That's even better.
She was threatening?
That's what she said.
Okay, so give us context of the whole thing. Why this is a big deal? Why is her identity or her race important?
Well, what I was told is that you know, she has made comments before about, you know, being colored, which we know in South Africa why they say that.
Explain to all of us that might not know.
Pull up her statement. Taylor, what are you chiming in about, Taylor? You don't know what's going on here.
I know. I read into it. It was more so the commenters, like South Africans, and like in the comments when she was on some interview saying like, oh yeah, I'm a colored queen. She said something like, I'm a colored queen. That's what happened with
Didn't I just say that?
But you're making it seem like
it's okay. Just get it out. We need all perspectives. We need all perspectives.
getting more context of it because it's just people in the comments that made it bigger.
But we know why she calls herself colored. Now let's read her statement.
Okay.
Make it bigger, Taylor. She says, yeah, guys, never denied my blackness. I don't know where that came from. I'm mixed with black,
Zulu, Irish, Mauritian,
Indian and
colored. What does colored mean?
In South, I would be classified as a colored woman. In other places, I would be classified as a black woman. Race is classified differently in different parts of the world. I don't expect to be identified as colored outside of South Africa by anyone not comfortable doing so because I understand the weight of that word outside of South Africa. But to close this conversation, I'm both colored in South Africa and a black woman. As a woman for the culture, it's and not or. With that being said, a sambe. Am I saying that right? My South African massive, a sambe? So basically a colored person is like a mixed person. So if you were mixed race here in America, we call it mixed race.
You'd be called colored over there.
Simple.
Got it. Okay.
Right? All I was doing was trying to give her an opportunity to clear it up because they said that's been a thing for her.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing about the label. This is what I want to say so everybody knows. Labels always will come and say, hey, can you not ask this? Can you not ask that? Sometimes, depending what it is, like if it's something like really personal, you know, really serious, something I know is traumatizing, I'll be like, sure, I'll oblige. For this one, I said no.
Yeah.
And the reason I said no, they had 6 things they didn't want us to ask. You want to know what those 6 things were?
Yeah.
They didn't want us to ask about Kai Cenat. The whole we friends though thing. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
They didn't want us to ask about her not being on tour with Chris Brown anymore. They didn't want us to ask about the color thing.
injury.
They didn't want us to ask about her injury that she sustained. What else was it? They didn't want to ask us about who she was dating, which I wouldn't do anyway. And what was the other one? It was one it was just all frivolous
and
stuff.
why? What are they trying to do? They're trying to protect an image that they're curating for her?
I have no idea. And that's why I said...
Oh, but the Rihanna thing, comparing.
Oh, yeah. And comparison... And it wasn't even Rihanna. It just said comparisons to other pop artists. Huh?
Oh, so they're trying to separate her from Kai Cenat. She's her own individual. Don't tie her to him.
And you want me to not ask her about Kai Cenat the day after Kevin Hart just was on Kai Cenat's show again with a big-ass sign that said, we friends, though?
Yeah.
Like, come on, yo. So I said to them, no.
Oh.
Now, when I say no, I'm not going to oblige any of this. It is your job then, label, management, whoever, to either prepare the artist for the questions or pull the interview.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm fine with either or.
Yeah.
I've already told you I'm not going to follow any of this.
Yes.
So when you see dick suckers out there, and dick suckers are saying things like, you know, he asked every question they asked him not to ask because I'm not a dick sucker, right? And being that I'm not a dick sucker for record labels, I have a job to do, and my job is for the people. So imagine, right, if I'm sitting around and I'm having a conversation, you know, if we have these conversations, and then all in the comments, it's like, why didn't you ask this? Why didn't you ask that? Why didn't you ask this? Why didn't you ask that? I got a job to do to the people. My job. My integrity with the people will always matter more than my integrity with a goddamn record label.
And also the label is using you.
100%. But you know, you have a lot of people that don't do that. You have a lot of radio personalities, a lot of journalists, a lot of people who care more about those relationships with the labels than they do relationships with the actual audience.
And it shows.
And it shows. And not only does it show, you show your card. When you say that, when you say the label asked him not to do it and he did it anyway. So the fuck what? After I told the label, I ain't following that shit.
So they knew.
They
so
knew.
why are they complaining?
Their job was to prepare their client or pull the interview. I'm fine with either or.
You want to be qualified. You want to be validated by doing the Breakfast Club. You're an artist in the culture. You want that experience in the Breakfast Club, but you want to control the interview. I don't think you can ask to do both things. You can ask as a favor, and then it's up to you to decide if you want to oblige or not. But if you say that you don't want to do the interview in that way, then you don't have to do it.
And you know how many interviews we've turned down when they be like, yo, you can't ask about this,
See, I'm not interested.
I'm not interested. Because maybe now's not the time for that artist. If that artist isn't ready to talk about these things, I don't want to have that conversation because it'll make us look crazy because certain things you got to talk about.
Now you can also, if you have a relationship with the artist, go like, hey, is there anything that you don't feel comfortable talking about? They say something and then make that decision. That's possible.
Absolutely.
But the idea that the label is going to come in and like curate this narrative. And also, the artists a lot of times don't even know.
They have no idea. And by the way, I tell her that. Did I go? The last thing I say to her in the interview, which by the way, the label wanted us to take that out. They was like, "Could you take out what you said about the label at the end?" No, because it's the truth. Because I told her, I said, what happens is these label people, they come in here and then they tell, you know, personalities what they can't ask, and it makes things awkward.
Dude, this is how you ruin an artist, man. This is it. Like we were just talking about earlier. This is actually a perfect example. When you don't talk about any of the things that allow you to be like an actual true human being, right? You stop the audience from having the ability to connect with you on that level.
That's right.
Doja, Megan Thee Stallion, it doesn't matter your opinions on them. The reality is they're connecting with people, and those connections are converting to ticket sales, and they're coming out and watching these crazy arena shows because of it. If you turn her into this generic cookie cutter, I'm pretty and I dance good artist, and don't allow the people to make those honest, beautiful connections,
it'll never work in 2024.
It's not gonna work.
Don't get me wrong, she's popping, but that don't last long. People want to connect with you.
They want to know who you are
on a personal level. And by the way, she's
going to be miserable because she's going to have to have
she's
this
not being
mask
herself.
on.
She's going to be a mask.
That's right. And by the way, she's got a great personality. Like there was
very
plenty
charming.
There was plenty of times in the interview I'm fucking with her and she's giving it right back. You know what I mean? Because they told me she was. That's the other thing too. Why you giving me all this information? You gave me 6 questions that I wasn't even gonna ask. I told them that. Did I tell them that, Taylor? I said, well, I didn't even know about this, and this.
Now I got
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for the information. I didn't even know about 90% of that shit. Then they told me that she was nervous. And, you know, she had to go to the bathroom. Why are you telling me all of this? So I'm thinking I'm breaking the ice. Like, yo, you're in a safe space here. You have no reason to be nervous. She's like, I'm not nervous. I'm like, well, why did you tell me you was nervous and I had to go do a nervous poop and all kind of stuff? I'm just that's really happened. She's like, who said I had to poop? I was in there getting nice. Like it was.
They were saying like it was vulgar for you to do that.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, well, okay. It's vulgar to do to Tyler, but then when last time Cardi B was there, we had the same conversation with her.
It was totally okay.
So, first 5 minutes. Cardi was in the bathroom. Cardi was in the bathroom. Like, I had the shit. Like I had the bubble guts. Like, so what's the difference? And guess what? People love Cardi.
There you go.
Why is it not vulgar when me and Cardi having a conversation about shit, but it's vulgar with Tyler?
Isn't that interesting?
Suck my dick. Right?
Is it?
Suck my dick.
That's interesting. And
I need y'all to know that. Suck my dick from the back. Okay?
Right? It's also I get annoyed when people when they like use the protection of women to really just take a shot at you or something like that.
all it is.
Because you're fake protecting a woman. You're
so
actually
crazy.
using a woman. She's a tool. Do you know what I mean? Like you're using this woman as a tool to take a shot at someone.
And everybody sees through it.
It's the most obvious
It's
thing in the
so
world.
obvious. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You, like, get the fuck out of here. You, like, really? Like, come on.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, I need y'all to know something about me.
Yeah. You need chaos. You need it.
I don't even know if I need it. I just don't. I just know that it's
do.
something that will never not be
You
with me.
need it. It's
It
your
will
most
never
comfortable.
not be with me, Schultz. And I try. I'm trying to be peaceful.
No, you can't.
I'm trying to be a healed version of myself. I'm just out here. I'm really out here minding my business.
You can't, dude.
But there's just some people who just can't get me off their mind. And I love it.